Hello, good day. Welcome to the newspaper review on Niger Watch. How are you doing? My name is Ima, and it's good to have you here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from where you are watching us from. How are you doing? I hope you have taken out time to like this broadcast, share, and also invite someone to the broadcast. And also, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take out time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening. Johnson Emmanuel, good morning to you. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Mommy Diaspora, good morning to you, dearest Mama. How are you doing? It's good to have you here today. And of course, Osagovo, beautiful morning to you. How are you doing? Thank you for being here today. Mary Kimade, how are you doing? Good morning to you too. Thank you for being here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. The link has been posted. If you'd like to join the conversation, you know what to do. Just click on the link and you'll be right here. Yes, Justin Emmanuel. Yes, I am doing great. Thank you very much. All right, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Good to have you also on the broadcast. Welcome, Udoka Joy. Where have you been? Beautiful morning to you. Thank you for being on here. It's good to have you on here. And I hope you are clicking on the link. Let's have some conversations today. Thank you, guys. Remember, today is Wednesday. We'll be having the chat today. So do well to turn on your notification bell for our discussion later on today. All right, welcome to our newspaper review. If you're just joining us, welcome to Niger Watch. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And my name is Ima. Thank you for being here. We'll go right in. But before we do, this is for my panelists. Please take out time to like the broadcast. Take out time to also support us before you click on the link. Take out time to do this before you click on the link. Thank you very much. All right, our first paper for the day is The Punch. On the Punch, we have dollar crisis. Efcc plans massive raid on Forex dealers. Naira's free fall worsens, now 857 Naira per dollar. 857 Naira to a dollar. Hey! Abuja Forex dealers flee into hiding. BDC operators back commission. Kogi politician arrested with 326 million naira in this Nigeria. All right, on Davido, autopsy likely as police free 6 workers and detain 2. Grieving Davido, Chioma keep mum as artists, celebs, fans lament Ifeanyi's death. Osun PDP suspends political activities. Atiku, Tinubu, Obi, governors condose with the parents. Why I am better than Atiku, Obi on economy, and that's by Tinubu. How late Olumakaye battled illness in UK hospital, and that's by an associate. And the picture story is of the drug dealer that is on the run, is wanted, but those are his. Okay, let's no, that's not the picture. The picture story on here would be the Kogi politician that was caught with 326. Let's see, these bags that you are seeing on this is money. It is not just some Ghana must go and some clothes. This is money that is inside this bag like this. Well, the police, EFCC, in this their raid of trying to catch people that are hoarding money in their house. Well, it looks like they are on their case and they are getting them in their numbers. A politician has been caught with 326 million. We'll take that story. Let's come on down here. We have commuters lament want Lagos drivers back. Okay, on drugs, wanted Lagos hotelier 6 houses, 217 million naira seized. On campaign, Kwankwaso to recruit 1.5 million soldiers and policemen. So Kwankwaso, as revealing manifesto, has come out to say that he will be recruiting 1.5 million soldiers and policemen. He also would, how we have this our WAEC results or the JAM results, and it stays for just 1 year. You have to write JAM or you have to write WAEC another year for it to be valid. But Kwankwaso, which I think it's one of the best one of the best things or implementations that we need. Kwakoso is coming out to say that that one sitting can carry one for 4 years. So you write this paper, this exam this year, you don't have to write another one next year if you don't get admission, or you know how it is, or you just go into school hoping to get these papers. There are people who do that. They go into school, that's the university, and like before they need it for their clearance, they would have beaten the exam. I mean, if someone is going to spend 4 years in school, they're like, if they're going to write JAM or they're going to write WAEC 4 times, if they're going to write WAEC 4 times, at least they are sure that they will pass one. But sometimes some have cases, issues they don't even get to, and it's not valid, does not start. Kokoso is coming to say that one paper, one sitting, you can use that result. That result can last for 4 years before it expires. And okay, let's see. The manifestos are quite interesting. Tinubu has his own there. So whoever is your principal, their manifestos are out there. It's about time you go through it, engage them. You have questions, engage them on platforms or their social media outlets, and then know what they are up to. Yeah. All right. Then we have the story on the hotelier. Yeah, we have the story on the hotelier. His name is Adekas. So EFC. Not them. He's been wanted for drug trafficking, for illicit and illegal money dealings, both in the country and outside the country. And they say that, I mean, they are seizing 6 of his properties so far, and they've also taken 217 million naira they've seized 270 million naira from his account. Okay, let's take that story. I wanted to take that story on here. Excuse me, in just a minute I'll have that story on here. Okay, but that's about the man so far. But he's on the run. It's one of his mole who is a BRT bus driver that was caught and fingered. At this point, you just have to call who sent you. So he has implicated this man who they've been on his tail. NDLA has been on his tail for some time now, and they've cornered him. They've been inviting him. I mean, Oga, your name has been coming up from several people that we've been arrested, and they invite him, but he keeps declining their noble invitation. And then they went to get a court order. NDLA got a court order to get him. And since then, he has been on the run. They've not seen him. So they put out a publication out there saying that this person is wanted. Now he is wanted. Let's see how that goes. If they would be able to get him finally, or the case will be swept. I mean, we know of somebody who now works for the government who was also wanted. They were searching for an ex-militant, a supposed ex-militant who was being wanted, and they were searching for him, and the whole of Nigeria, we joined them in searching for him. And the next time we hear about this person, federal government has given him one kind of a very huge project or contract. No, contract is the word. Giving him a huge contract to secure the nation's refine. You can imagine. All right, let's see what other story we are not taking on the Punch. Okay, I think we've taken as much as we have on the Punch today. Okay, oh, sorry. On the continuation on Davido's, on what the saga with the Davido's family, police has released 6. Police has released 6 and has detained 2 of the workers, and the 2 being detained would be the nanny and the chef. Reason being that they were all 3 of them, the nanny, the staff, and the child were all in the room together, and the nanny was said to have excused herself to pick a call or to make a call, and she left the child with the chef and the child, only to return not seeing the child, went everywhere, but just dismissed the thought, thinking or being sure that the child was with the chef. And now when she met with the chef, and okay, so where's the child? The child is not with me. I left the child. So it's now a case of I left the child with you, and now upon interrogation, the chef is saying, no, you did not leave the child with me. The nanny is saying, no, I left the child with you. And that's a very silly thing to do. I mean, so it even breeds more question, or probably it's a case of I left the child on his own, and somebody is scared to admit that I left the child on his own, or it's a case of one person actually leaving the child with another person intentionally allowing the child to just, or dismissingly allowing the child to just wander off. But those are the two people that have been detained, and the police are saying that right now they rely on the CCTV camera to help to know at what point who left the child, at what point who was the last person with the child, and at what point did the child wander off, and to be sure that the child was not thrown into the pool and the child actually walks himself to the pool. And let's see how this case unfolds. And I mean, we are sure that this is one case that we will see the end of very soon. Yes, we are sure we'll see the end of it very soon. Okay, I think that's about the story that we have here. That's about the story that we have here. But of course, that cannot be all about it if we have not taken the story about the politician that was caught with all that money. So the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Tuesday revealed that it had arrested a Kogi State House of Assembly candidate, Ismailia Yusuf Atumenye, with words of cash suspected to be from a bank fraud. Atumenye is seeking to represent Ankara 11 constituency in Kogi on the platform of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP). He was arrested with 326 million naira and $140,500 cash. And we say there is no money, and we say there is no cash. One person was caught with $140,500 cash. That's 140K cash. Am I not understanding this? That's it. One person. And this is just someone that is contesting for the House of Assembly position. How much more the bigger shots up there? So are we ready? But we also know that this is also telling on us, because I mean, I just read here now that dollar is 800 and something, 827 right now, if not even more than that. Okay, so the EFCC spokesperson Wilson Ubujare, in a statement on Tuesday, said Atumenye was arrested on Sunday alongside one Joshua Dominic, an alleged serial fraudster, in a sting operation at Macedonia Street, Queen's Estate, Kasana, Gwaripa, Abuja. Also arrested was a former bank employee, Abdulmalik Salufemi, who allegedly supplied the inside information that facilitated, I went to school, I can pronounce that word, I will refuse to be embarrassed, that facilitated the attack on the bank by the syndicate. So a criminal is contesting. So how many criminals do we have as our senators and as our politicians? I mean, that's the question. So the parties, they don't verify these people. They just, so you just go pick up membership ticket or form, then you just go and pick up candidacy, or you just go and pick up for position that you want, and they don't scrutinize you, your person, if you are worthy, if you are fit to be a leader. Not just so for our political parties now, it is just about having the money, and we are supposed to pick from these people. Because I don't understand how the election is just around the corner. You are vying for the position of Kogi State House of Assembly candidates, and you are in a syndicate. You people went to a bank to steal from a bank. I mean, and took the sum of 326 million 140. Politician. Good morning to each and every one of you. I see you coming on here, and I see your comments. Bella Naomi, beautiful morning to you. Kisses right back to you, my darling sister. Thank you for being here. And yes, Mommy Diaspora, thank you for being here, dearest mama. Yes, we are catching reactions from every news being read out here. Mommy Diaspora says about the little boy, I said it yesterday that it was total negligence. So sad. Okay. All right, Mr. Makirabo, how are you doing today? Good morning to you. Emma Billion, good morning to you too. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. It's good to have each and every one of you. All right, so we have this story that we've just taken. A politician, one that is supposed to, that is representing the NNPP. Who else is in that NNPP? We should now start scrutinizing and pointing touch at the people that is in that NNPP party. We are yet to hear from the party. The party is yet to distance itself, or release some kind of disclaimer, distancing themselves from this person or discontinuing their work with this person going forward. That would be the ideal thing to do. That is, if this money is not for everybody to use during this election, how was it able to defraud the bank of 326 million naira? Not 3 million naira. Somebody that is supposed to be representing Kogi, you really need to know who is representing us at every level. So imagine this is your representative. So how is infrastructure? How is infrastructure? How is structure? How is anything good supposed to come out from somebody like this? I mean, these are our leaders. And when tomorrow they say, what is the source of your funds? How did you make your money? They will come and start aspiring to perspire us, coming to tell us nonsense. Meanwhile, you are in a syndicate and you people are defrauding the banks of 326 million. See, this is not just so this is not just anybody. This is somebody representing NNPP as a state House of Assembly member, and is a criminal. Does that not say so much of the people that we have in power today? If we have a system that is truly working and saying no to bribe, I mean, largely saying no to bribe, the people that we have there, I mean, if the revelations, like today, the likes of Tinubu, we are still saying, what is the source of wealth? The likes of Atiku, we are saying, what is the source of wealth? There is a strong accusation or yes, allegations out there that he's the owner of Mikano, but he's coming out to say, no, I don't have Mikano. Come on. We don't have people that are plainly truthful as leaders. We don't have people that are, I mean, look at this one will keep rising. This man now will keep rising, that has been caught with this 326 million naira, $140,000. This one will keep rising, and one day will become a governor. One day will become the president of the Senate. One day will become this one will become the president. One day will keep rising. They will keep pushing this person, and we will expect to have a sane community. We will expect to have a sane country. Meanwhile, this is where they are starting from. And now, if you dig further, I mean, a House of Assembly member, 326, this much amount of money, who really is behind, or who are the ones behind this person? All of these revelations that are coming out, I hope we will put them to use. We will sit down and put all of these things together. If people are having questionable wealth, you are giving 100 million naira. How did you make your money? Where did you get your money from? Wike is giving 300 million naira to Lagos State. How did you get the money? Because Wike is one of those people that has shared his humble beginnings. So where did you get your money? How did the money come about? If it is investment, tell us now. Let us all go and invest in that place. But you see, we have leaders that we don't question. Where are you coming from? What have you done? How did you make your money? What business? What business are you into? And you are owning to it. Most of the leaders we have here, you say, oh, we heard that you are the owner of TVC. This to say, no, I don't. I have no. Come on. When we have people like this, we deliberately choose people like this to rule us. Of course, we will have money that will be disappearing. I mean, the money that they have that they used to come into power, do we know about it? So how do we expect to know where our own money is going into? So my amazing panelists, I say good morning to you and welcome to the broadcast. Let's quickly run to other newspaper. Yes, we just took Punch. We'll move to Tribune. On Tribune, we have EFCC raids Abuja Forex traders' offices as scramble for dollar purchases. Pushes exchange rate to 825 naira per dollar at parallel market. Now, this figure, if you check right now, I mean, if somebody checks right now, or somebody should check right now, and just put on the comment section of one of my panelists and let us know what dollar is currently saying at the parallel market right now, and not just what we even have here on the papers. And here we have Afenifere endorsed to be based on national interest. That's by Adebanjo. Davido's son, police quiz 8 domestic staffs. We've taken that one already, so we'll just move on. Passengers stranded as aviation union shuts down Lagos airport. Okay, so now in Lagos, now by road there is no means of transportation. By air there is no means of transportation. By sea nobody fit even enter sea right now because bare sea water dey vex for Nigerians right now. So in fact it is by sea that we are even moving. You are going from this street to this street, or you are going from this community to that community. We are going by sea. But when you want to go on long distance, my brother, my sister, if you cannot disappear, just sit in your house or you use bicycle. Because I don't see, I mean, no, I mean, like right here, the bus conductors, people are being stranded, people are walking long distance, and people are paying two times, three times the fares over here. And since yesterday, aviation union shut down the airports. They've been struggling, they've been fighting. There's been delayed flights, there's been postponed flights. You know, they are refusing to take off. It's also, you see, there's just so much chaos, and this brings us back to the people in power. When you begin to ask, where are you coming from? We don't know. You look at the likes of this Kogi politician that is involved in this 326 million naira cash fraud, bank fraud. It is, if you go back and look at the people that we have, this is all that they have in their head. How to move the country forward, they do not have in their head. But because of course they have to push each other, this is where they are, and that's why we are all just here like this. 1.4 billion naira bank fraud. EFCC arrest Kogi assembly candidates with, you see, this is another revelation. Oh dear. With 326 million naira. And now I was saying 140, but the money that is here on Tribune says 610,000. $610,000, 500. Cash, the same dollar that people are crying that they did not see you, is worth $610,000. Is what somebody was moving out. Somebody had the guts to go and defraud the bank of $610. Somebody had the guts with the state that the country is in right now. I say sometimes I just think that we have two Nigeria. Do you understand? Maybe we have two Nigeria, because with the state that the country is, you think you are supposed to steal this money and they are supposed to not notice, or you are supposed to know, okay, the norm is they're not being caught or bribing their way out of it, because it does not make sense how you go and defraud somebody of 326 million naira cash. That is when I enter, carry this money. Oh, okay. I will leave that for my panelists to do that. NDLEA declares Lagos socialites wanted for alleged drug offenses. Seals off 7 mansions and blocks 217 million naira in the bank. We took that story already. Courts convicts 13 for cyber crimes in Oyo State. Nice. Gunmen release 4 Ibadan-bound travelers abducted in Ekiti. Kidnapping is still very much out there, that is to say. Action plan. APC wants to reinforce hopelessness. Atiku campaign organization says losing 5 governors won't have 2015 implication on PDP in 2023. Atiku. Okay. Tinubu meets business leaders in Lagos, presents economic blueprints. Says benefits of his economic policies will traverse all sectors. Okay, that's as much as we have on Tribune. Let's see. So on Afenifere, this group of people, okay, I think we should be taking that story last, but we're already here. So the leader of the Pan-Yoruba socio-political group, Afenifere, Chief Reuben Fashoranti, has declared that the group has never endorsed the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, for the 2023 presidential election. It shocked you, Abi. It shocked all of us too. It shocked the whole Nigeria too. These people, you people are disguising, but we are ready. We are very ready. Our shock absorber is very strong. There is nothing you will say. We know you people. We know you people. The acting leader of the group, Ayo Adebanjo, had earlier said the group endorsed Obi as its preferred candidate for the forthcoming elections, but this was reversed when Chief Fashoranti blessed and endorsed Tinubu for the elections, when they later paid him a visit at his Akure residence on those states last Sunday. In an interview he granted to an online television, which went viral on Tuesday, Fashoranti said Adebanjo did not have the capacity to warn me not to welcome Tinubu, stating that he, Fashoranti, was still the leader of the Afenifere who had such power. All right. So there are reactions to that by let's take reactions to that by Nigerians. Let's see this one. This one is by MacDon. MacDon Mister says, because you are close to death, you want to kill Nigeria before you die, right? Supporting old man like tell more about you, sir. We the Nigerians doesn't need old man and sick person like Tinubu at this time. And also remember, sir, that you only have one vote. And this is from Yeshua Made Awaki says, this is a sad news to all the obedient. Yoruba people know how to play politics. They no be like Igbo people that package all their eggs in one basket or one party. Yoruba people are neutral. All right. This is from Obia Sam says, under this APC government, Fashoranti's daughter was murdered by suspected terrorists. This same Tinubu, rather than speak up against the killings, asked for proof. Well, may affliction never arise a second time against us. All right. Let's take another reaction there. If you're just joining us, welcome. Let's have this conversation. Afenifere has come out to say that they never endorsed Peter Obi, and we are catching reactions to what Nigerians had to say about that. This is from official Emilala, says that Tinubu has paid this set of the Afenifere. The real Afenifere are the ones who endorsed Peter Obi. And this is from Somtom 19 says, this is their only campaign strategy. The only thing they plan to do for the masses is to divide them. Oh, I weep for Nigerians. When it comes to election, they will know that they have tribesmen. But once they win, they forget about you, and the national cake will now belong to their party. Our mumu never do. I will keep saying this. If you know that you have somebody in power that will help you or be beneficial to you when APC wins, then go ahead and support Tinubu, because you have a tangible reason. At least you will benefit as per you have connection. But you, yes, I mean, you will not get anybody for this government. Anybody for this government, no connection at all, and you are voting for Tinubu because of tribe, then you are a mumu man. And that is from Somtom 19. Yes, we have one more reaction to take to this. This is from Bolaji Martins 89 says, at least they allow Tinubu spanner and spinner in their midst. A megalomaniac, overzealous desperado has carried his pollutant spirit to Afenifere. When Khan and PFN said they would support Muslim tickets, he raised fake bishops. Afenifere said they endorsed Peter Obi. He assembled disgruntled Afenifere. Kilo day. Even if God says Tinubu will never be president, he will raise a fake God. Well, just for Tinubu to know, it is still the people's votes that will make president. The people will choose their president. If not, it is not about a Miloko. All right. So that's the submission, or that's the reaction of Nigerians. If you are just joining, welcome to our newspaper review. Do well to like this broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. Please, thank you very much. Do well to support us also by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Lucky Yamu, good morning to you too, sir. Thank you for being on here. It's good to have you on here. Thank you very much. And yes, so the raid, because of how people are scampering and are refusing to go to the bank to drop their money, to exchange the money or deposit the Naira, the cash that they have on them, because of the raid by EFCC, or the watchful eyes of the EFCC. Now they've resorted to going to changing their money into dollars. You know, that way it gets to be preserved and they can change it anytime, anywhere. You know, that's like the next option. Those are the options, of course, unless you want to quickly go and start buying properties. So EFCC are in a bid to clamp down that other option, which would make the dollar become scarce. You know, the more there's a demand for it, it becomes scarce. So EFCC are going about clamping down on bureau de change. Yes, this our the black markets, they are arresting them. So these ones are not even out there on the street, the bus stops, the corners, or the known areas that they used to be anymore, because EFCC are after them. They are going to hide so they don't get arrested. And just this few days of all of this campaign, it is recorded here that dollar at the time of this publication is 825 naira per dollar, and it's not a week yet. Do you understand? It's not even a week. So what happens in a month time? What's going to be the fate? And we are a country that is based largely on importation. A large percent of not just consumables, every other aspect of our community, of our society, of our nation is solely based, right, on importations. That means we are dealing a lot with these dollars at the end of the day. When this man has to go buy drinks, he has to change money into dollars, for business sake. So this is going to even affect business owners. It's going to affect end users like myself and other people. It's going to affect people who are paying school fees in dollars, people who are studying online and they need dollars, and people who are even paying school fees in dollars back there, out there. It's going to affect everybody. We are changing 825 naira for $1. $1. $1 with 825 naira. Just one. Are we even thinking about this? Just $1. That's just to show. So now it just begs the question: this Naira redesigning right now, is that what we should be? If we should be doing right now, really, the people of Nigeria, right now, does Nigeria need Naira redesigning? This is going to put more hardship on the people. And how sincere do we trust this government to even do an efficient job and not to be selfish? Largely selfish about this Naira change. Like when I say largely selfish, I mean because this will benefit them more than it will even benefit us. Could that be the case? Do we trust this government enough to sacrifice ourselves, to sacrifice, cost of living, to sacrifice starvation, to sacrifice all of these things for this Naira redesign to happen? Do we trust them enough? Naira is 800 to $1 freaking dollar. And then you have a politician representing Kogi Assembly, NNPP, to go in as a candidate that allied with other people, some young men, to defraud a bank. That is, you want to come in and serve the people of Nigeria, but still, it is still our money that you are still. You never even. That is, you're not even in yet, and you are brazen enough. So you are selfish. You are so criminally minded. You just want to. You are just at the base. And you are already stealing 326 million naira, $610,000. Okay, I think that's as much as we have on our story. Oh, we have one more paper to take. Okay, we have one more paper. Let's quickly take that paper. Then we'll move on to submissions. That would be the Daily Trust, or the Daily Sun. Excuse me. On the Daily Sun. The Daily Sun we have here: Autumn gives Atiku conditions for support. We don't have as much story on every other story on Daily Sun. We've taken it already on other papers, so that's just the only one that we don't have on other papers. Autumn giving so everybody is giving Atiku options, and Atiku is saying that even without the inclusiveness of Rivers State, right? That what happened in 2015 will not happen again. Atiku is brazen. It's brazen that well, whatever his source is or whatever is giving him morale. Well done. Okay, let's take reactions from from our commenters on here. Justin Manuel says you can't blame government for this. Changing the design is a good thing. Take your money to the bank. Simple. Is that difficult to understand? Just obey the directive. No, but Justin, we are saying here that people cannot. Those ones that I mean, if you check the internet, there are lots of videos of people bringing out stash cash right now on the internet. So the problem, of course, the average Nigerian does not have a problem. I mean, the average Nigerian does not even have money that they want to go and change unless those that have traveled out or those that keep such amount of money in their house. But average Nigerian does not have anything to be concerned about. I mean, average Nigerian would run to the bank as soon as it is out, make story for no enter. But these ones that did not work for that money, that stole the money, they are making life harder for us that did not steal the money by making dollars scarce and going up, and knowing that I mean, for us to transact business, people need to change money, people need to buy, people need to sell, people need to pay school fees, people need to go for medical go on medical trips, people need dollars, people need to go for their pre-gauge, people need money, people need dollars. So these are the ones that are making the dollar very hard and very scarce and very expensive, and making the naira to even fall like this. So you see, Johnson, you're asking, why are we taking the money to change for dollars? Why do Nigeria need dollars? What are they afraid of? Because the money is ill-gotten, not a clean. Obviously, the money is ill-gotten. I mean, look at this one that just went to steal 326 million naira and $110,000. Look at this one. This money are ill-gotten, and now these ones that are gotten that have the ill-gotten money, these are the same ones that we are able still paying money. I mean, if we are going to be honest with ourselves, we are still paying these ones millions as salary, so they have legal money that they can flaunt, but all thanks to greed that has enveloped them, they will still do things that will impoverish us even more. So now we have to look at the ones that are truly suffering in all of this, and not just this ones. Let's look at these other ones, because as it is, these are the same people who have lost properties, who have lost lives, who have lost things, right, due to the flood. These are the same people who will still be greatly affected. These are the ones I am talking about. Of course, these are the ones I am talking about, not largely these other ones who go about, not those ones. All right, and then talking about insecurity and how it is still very much it is still very much on the rise. We have here parents cry out as bandits abduct 39 children from Castina farm. Now that children, imagine how many will belong to one person. Also here we have 2 soldiers, 25 ISWAP fighters killed in gun duel in Borno. Those ignore US and UK terror alerts, reps tell federal government. All right. We have devised tactics to overwhelm enemies, and that's Army Chief. He says that they've devised tactics to overwhelm enemies. Okay, and I hope by next week we are going to see them truly, conquering these people, and we will not have people being kidnapped at toll gates. We will not see a situation where communities are gathering 100, 1,000, 5,000, 250 to go and release kidnapped victims. We will not see where people are being killed. We will not see where someone is coming to recount how some were being killed because they couldn't meet up with the ransom. We will not be hearing these stories because these stories are messing us up. They are dealing with us. Yeah, we have I will end insecurity, create jobs, boost economy, and that's by Kwankwaso. Bank fraud, Kogi assembly candidate arrested with 326 million. We took that story already. Tinubu will end insurgency in 6 months, and that's from Shetima. EFCC probing Mambila project, Foreign Minister. Emirates Council shuts market in Niger over fear of attack. Senators reject defense budget over minister's failure to honor summons. This minister failing to honor someone, if you know how much he puts for budget, and he doesn't even have the decency to go and defend the budget. Can you imagine? Okay, tension in Edo community as 10 cops found inside bush. All right, that's the story that we have here and the things that are happening right here in our beloved country. If you want more of the story, please pick out this paper and do justice to the one you are most interested. Okay, welcome to the broadcast, each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Okay, Johnson says it is only in Nigeria people travel abroad for medical, school fees, etc. because people are speculating with our currency, making profits with Naira devaluations. These are the people we should blame. Yes, and starting with the president who has gone out for, the president that has gone out for medical leave, the president that did not have his children's school in Nigeria, our House of Reps, the likes of Bajamialia that went when ASU was on strike, he went and he took picture with his son that graduated, he got admission into a school abroad. It is these same leaders that we are starting these blames on because they are the ones that go outside or for medical leave. Look at this one, what's his name? Ekwere Madu. If this place was working, he's still in prison now. And I mean, people are wondering, is there more to it or what is really happening? Is there a case of all right? So if these are the ones to blame, it is our leaders. If the leaders, and of course, people are trying to give themselves better education. Parents are trying to give their children better education, better healthcare. So if the ones that are governing us, the ones that are leading us, do not deem us better, do not deem the structures back home better, how much more me? I mean, we are following the leader, we're following the ladder. All right, Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. This is so just overwhelming for me today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, my lovely sister. And good morning to everyone that is watching and those concerned citizens around the globe. You see, like what Johnson Manuel said, is he's very correct. You should be holding these people who are doing these things and devaluating our money, and they are making profit out of it. You just call their names. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, there we're changing our money." Yes, those people who are doing it, they know what they're doing. All these kind of speculation. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about the way our economy is structured. That's just the only thing. First of all, you've just said something about um, our leaders sending their children to different schools in abroad, and they having medical treatments abroad. When they want to have meetings, they go abroad. Anything they want to do, they go abroad. Now, Wike, the one that is talking, being a comedian to everyone now, thinking Wike is actually strategizing his way so that he can get into power. That is what he's doing. Ask Wike where are all his children if they are going to tell you that they are living there. Ask the president where are all his children. They are all lavishing abroad. They are taking medical treatment abroad. These were the same people who came back to tell you that all those things were cut off when they come into office. Is it not the same people? Now, ask Dino Melaye, his own, they are all abroad. Every of them, ask them where are their children. And the same Tinubu, his spokesman came the other day and said he's not going to declare his asset. It's after the election. So, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. He said, yes, he said it's after his election. So now we are beginning to see a lot, right? He's giving out his manifesto to those economists that it was presented, it was sweet. But this was the same person who campaigned, who told the Nigerians in 2015 that they are coming, they will be giving Nigerians, that is the student loans. Are we getting the student loans now? Is it not the same party that kept the children in solitary confinement for 8 months? Is it not the same party that could not negotiate with ASU? Is it not the same party that just didn't care, whereby all of them were picking 100 million, presidential tickets? So these are the things that we are going to tell Nigerians. But they are coming now with another manifesto. Keyamo said it's not a manifesto, it's just a blueprint of how to take Nigeria forward. So from manifesto now to blueprint, Abi, see, they should keep deceiving themselves because we know. I told you, a leopard that jumps around in the forest, proclaiming itself as the king of the jungle, but he should wait on the day of the coronation. The lion will stood by his back and say, Oga, this place not be your own. You understand? So they shouldn't think that we don't read what they are presenting to us. We know. Another one now from the paper, you've just heard that is somebody who is going to represent us, right? In the house, in the parliament. These are people who are supposed to be making laws to the country. He's not the one caught in the act of fraud. Now tell me, if somebody like that goes there, what kind of law is he going to sponsor? What kind of bills are they going to sponsor? This is the same person, Senator Dino Melaye. He was in the House. You see him while he was supposed to face charges. He was pretending to say he has this. They started carrying him on the stretcher. Now he's using the Ferrari, lavishing every SDM everywhere, right? Now, these are people who were making laws for the country. We still have the one in Edo who has been speaking English, katakoto, kotokoto, kotokoto. Even the English dictionary, when they hear that word, they say, God forbid. Ask that man in Edo, what kind of bill did he sponsor while he was there? And what benefit did he bring to his own constituency? He went there, he came back with 0 Ghana Moscow, not even a pin, the lowest thing, a pin he brought into his constituency. But he's still a chieftain in Edo there. You see, this is the way they deceive us. The other day, somebody from Edo was using the constituency money to buy bikes, motorbikes for the constituency, and said they should use it. Don't worry, if you vote for who will bring more. These are money that was supposed to be meant for that constituency. You are using it to buy them things and telling them that if you vote for me, you get more. Get more in what sense? Is it your money, Oga? Now another one, NMPP, right? The New Nigerian People's Party. Yeah, now this is the party that was supposed to be the third force. Buba Galadima, Oga, where you dey? See your brother now. Oga, you need to come and tell us where una no reach you. Because you said you came the other day and said Kwankwaso is the best. It's a Kwankwasia. Una Kwankwasia na bank na Oga Nigeria. We're not going to see nothing. Oga Buba, come and tell us where your brother.
Mr. Machiavelli, talking about their campaign materials before using their own money to buy things for them, like it is an act of their gracious kindness from their
yes, that is what they tell them. That is what they tell them.
I've noticed that I've not seen anybody going to sit down with some, less privileged looking children,
yes.
To eat some terrible looking food, like they will actually swallow that food. And we've not seen anybody going to fry akara as usual with anybody. We've not seen anybody going to the market. This time around, it looks, and obviously because they have an intellectual like Peter Obi, so they're all trying to bring out their intellectual side to tell us things that they will not do. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to. Do you agree with that? Or should we be expecting the likes of wheelbarrows being given to people very soon?
The thing is, all these things, they try to use it. It didn't work for them because now they now see the Nigerians much more politically inclined or knowing what is going on around them.
Well, it has always worked for them. It has always worked. This is the first election that I am yet to see anybody, do all of that.
Yeah, because when he said, listen, I've always told you here that when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. All these things you were saying before didn't manifest again. They changed the strategy. And while they were changing the strategy, the Nigerians themselves, which is the citizen, we're also doing their strategy. So now it's now kind of, that is why you have this staggering thing that everybody is now kind of aware and they are trying to push in more narrative, to change the mindset of the people. Is not working. The example is what the All Progressive Congress is doing, trying to go back. Now, the Afenifere who came out to say, we want competence. We don't want quantity. We want quality. You see what he did? He's a very cunning man, very intelligent and cunning, because he went through the back. You see what he did? And when he went to the person who cannot actually understand, looking at that man, you will understand that he's not in his right state of mind right now to actually deal with the situation. He cajoled them, telling them, if you look at his speech and everybody sitting down there, you can even see that some of them were just mute because something has gone under the bridge, because back door, something don't pass there. That is what they've been doing. Keyamo and the rest, they cannot come and tell Nigerians what their principal is doing. All they tell you is he changed Lagos, he did this, he did that, or was Lagos not our first capital before Abuja? So all those infrastructure that were there, now put them there. So all these things they are continue to tell us is a way for us to educate ourselves on how we can able to make or get back our democracy from these wicked politicians who does not even know what policy is all about. They just believe like if this one go left, the other one will go right. They keep on using the same method to deceive Nigerians. But Nigerians are wise. I only want Buba Galadima to come out tomorrow on China's TV and come and dissect what happened in Kogi. How he said somebody who's supposed to go and represent his constituency is now being caught in your own party. And you told us that this party is a kwankwasia. You have the better candidate. Everybody that comes out from there, they are quality, not quantity. Now we are not seeing we are not seeing quality now. We are seeing people defrauding our system and want to go and make laws for us. Right? Nigerian people, I've always told you here, you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do, but nobody's taking this thing. Nobody's taking this action. We cannot keep quiet and see these people. Or we just come here, we just want to shout. Let's involve ourselves in the grassroots political style so that we root these people out. Because you cannot sit down, they say, go and get your PVC, you cannot get your PVC. Even those that are outside the country who are supposed to motivate those there, they are not doing it. Everybody wants to just sit down and fold our hand. Because you ask the people to say, share, like the broker, they will think maybe you are not doing anything. For me, I think you are also helping the ground because you are sending the message down to the deep roots of Nigerian, those who are living in, those kind of remote village where they have their Sunday newspapers on Wednesday. You are sending the message there to tell them that Nigeria is our own. We need to do it like this. Because if you don't start doing things yourself, these people will keep on riding you. Then you have people who are there, close that you just sit down there in Nigeria and you are still joining those in diaspora to say, let's change Nigeria. You that is there, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why don't you join this political party that are coming up now that want to change that status quo that you want to change? Join them, put in your resources, put in your intelligence, find a way for you to become someone so that we also can join you as well. Because a fight cannot just start like we just talking. You must go in depth. And it doesn't just include you, it includes me, because most of us who are living outside the country, we are having something, one or two things to do, but we still find that small time to talk to you. It shows that we are actually putting our participation. Our PVC is ready. Call your brothers, call your sisters. They should go and collect their PVC because that is the only key that you can use in obtaining democracy. You cannot fight for democracy. Look at what happened in Brazil. Bolsonaro thought he was the king. Lula came from there and they said, no, you must go. The people have spoken. Lula, and I said, Bolsonaro was speechless because they thought he was the king. They removed him. Now he cannot even give a defeat because he's tired. He doesn't know what to do. So Nigerians, you must surprise these people by just taking them out of it. Don't vote for them. Tell your parents, tell your brothers and sisters what they need to do. See, look at how many millions, dollars, not in your Naira, in dollars, that somebody, a senator that is supposed to go and represent a constituency, look at how much they stole. My brothers, and they keep telling you that there's no money in Nigeria. Nigeria is not rich. Nigeria is poor. All those money that are living there, where did they get it from? So it is time for you to think, not all shouting here. Let us find a way, come together. Because the moment you use in telling people that are fake, this one is good, this is too much. Just let us just calm down. Let us put our heads together. Let us work the mathematics. The first thing for us to do, because we need to be bringing solution now. The first thing for us to do is to say, go and get your PVC, collect that PVC. Because if I start bringing strategy here, they are listening. They are listening to you. So they're going to use that strategy. So the first strategy now is for us to go and collect your PVC. Go and collect your PVC. When you collect your PVC on the day of election, vote, stand there. Let them count your ballot. And even if they bring this thing, see, we have seen a lot of guns. people have been dying, not be today. So if you must take your democracy, see, a lot of things are going to go in. I'm telling you, when Mandela was looking, you get it easily. He went to jail for 27 years. These are the things. Freedom does not just come for free. We that are fighting from it, think we don't have to say it doesn't concern us. We must work hard, my people. So this is what I want to tell you. Please go and get your PVC. It's ready, and be ready to vote. And don't be afraid. Don't let anybody intimidate you. It is your right, and you must take it as a citizen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for your submission, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you. Brother Nice, how are you doing? Brother Nice, I shouldn't be missing you, Brother Nice. Where have you been? Brother Nice, you don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, Missima. Yeah, I'm here with you, Missima. I'm
Were
here.
you here yesterday? Were you here yesterday?
No, I was not here. I was not
See,
around. Yeah.
I shouldn't be missing you, Brother Nice. But how are you
I'm,
doing today? It's
I'm,
good to see you today.
I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I'm fine, Missima. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. All right, let's catch a reaction.
Yeah. Uh, um, I will say I will just say the prayer. This prayer that we said, I will want you guys to help me say amen. May we not have gray hair and not still have sense. In Jesus' name. When I say amen.
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 Thank you, Machiavelli. So the reason why I say that prayer,
Madam Joy said amen too.
you said?
Madam Joy said amen too.
Madam Joy Duka, nice to have you again. Long time. Yeah, the reason why I said that prayer is because of that the man that proclaimed himself that the leader of Afenifere, with his gray hair, that man not still get sense. With that kind of age and that gray hair that man has, he's still praying for Tinubu to become the next president of Nigeria. I expect people with that kind of age, they will have sense. I was surprised to see that man is proud to say I'm the leader of Afenifere, and he's endorsing Tinubu with his gray hair. Oh, I'm sorry for that man. If kidnapper tomorrow now, they will come outside, they ask for money, maybe they go release them. I hope say that one no go happen. So that is for that man. This is it a lawmaker in Kogi State that you said he stole millions of money?
He wants to go into the House of Assembly through NNPP.
Okay. Just imagine. This is the kind of money all those people steal from the treasury from the Kogi State. That's the reason why this man always come to television to dance every time, to sing with Yoruba music. What is his name? Or what is the name? The one that have all kind of cars in his house. Remind me of his name.
K1, I don't know, a Yoruba musician, K1, Pasuma.
No. The Kogi man that is always singing.
Dino Malaye.
Dino Malaye.
Exactly. Those are Dino Malaye colleagues. Now that Dino Malaye for getting money, the way they buy different cars, where they come tell you, it go come as public come they sing, they dance. You understand? Now he colleagues them, now they see. So with this same recent one, we still did there. So that same pulpit we did there. So now still the same colleagues, now all of them be.
So, but nice. That is to say that we should not allow anybody that we cannot verify their source, and we can checkmate, and we can check to see that from the things that you own and what you do and how we should be able to trace all the way for you to become our leader. I'm expecting that, and we should not be in a place where we are confused on what our leader owns. We should not have people that should be lying about. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, this is a huge concern. If
yes,
this guy was not, it's a huge concern. We should know all these things. We should not be having leaders that you have bastard money, but we don't know how you got that bastard money, right?
Mr. Missima, in a sense society, before somebody will present himself as a leader of the country, you need to know his source of wealth. You need to make sure that that man does not steal public fund. Any man that the source of wealth is questionable, that person should supposed to be scrutinized by the authority of that country. Some of them supposed to go to prison immediately, not to even become the next president or a governor of a state. No. But our leader in our society, they don't do these things. They only accept criminals. Somebody that his credential is not clear. That's the kind of people they elect in Nigeria. Criminals. That is where we are getting it wrong. That is why Machiavelli always said it here that the foundation is wrong. You understand? Which I accept. The foundation. If we have a competent leader in power, somebody who does not take nonsense, all these things will stop. That's just the truth. And it's very simple to eradicate a corruption in a society. Imagine this kind of people now. Nobody will question them. Efcc will not go after them. Efcc will have time to go after Yahoo boys. When all those kind of people are existing, they are seeing them every day. Efcc want tell me now say they don't see this man. They want tell me say they don't see Dino Milaye. Dino Milaye, where they will go knock for his house, he go faint. He go pretend say he faint because he question. Oh no.
Sorry, Brother Nice. Really, it's good to have you on the broadcast, sir. Thank you. Go ahead with your question. If you have a question, please go ahead. If you have a comment you want out here, please drop it. I'm watching out here. I'm with you guys on the comment section. Brother Nice, please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, just look at all of them. I think it's a NNCDC man. The last time they wanted to probe, the man faint immediately. All of them they faint when you want to probe them because they know that they are corrupt. You understand? Now only our society they see all those kind of politicians. When you want to question them about their corruption, they will start to defend. Some of them will go hospital, go relax for hospital bed. You know, so that you won't question them. They don't feel explain their source of wealth. But this government is telling us that it's fighting corruption. When people defend for your this thing, they don't feel explain where they get where the source of their wealth. And you are telling me that you are fighting corruption. The other one now they ask a question the last time. Where do you acquire your wealth? He said they drive taxi from Nigeria to this neighboring country. And so money take home. My sister, headache don't they worry me. The kind of excuse where these people they give us. I don't get headache. Thank you, Miss Ima.
All right, Brother Nice. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you also to Dr. Gomez. Dr. Gomez, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here, sir. Also, Mr. Vine, it's good to have you. Thank you very much. This comment from Mr. Vine says, honestly, I thought that the video of Fashion Blessing, etc. Emiloko was doctored, nursed, carpentered, etc. As usual in Nigeria. Oh, chai, old man like that endorsing a known criminal. Okay. Oga Vine, now you talk that one, no. Oga Vine goes on to say, this is why Nigeria can never work. The foundation of Nigeria makes criminals, especially politicians, bold. So this question, right? The party, fine, maybe just anybody can come to the party and all of that. But before someone picks a form, because there are chances that they would lead, and the growth of the nation, the safety of the people is going to be in your hands. Are they not supposed to checkmate these things? Is this not where the party carries out due diligence, interrogations? They carry out findings, investigations to know if you are credible. They just give it to anybody. I mean, health wise, mentally, they check all these things. But then again, if they did, the likes of the presidential candidate of APC would not even be. So how much more NNPP that is? All right, Madam Joy, how are you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast.
Hi, Emma. Good morning. Always looking beautiful.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast. It's really, 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 really good to have you. I'm excited. Let's go ahead with your submission.
Emma, I'm really so sad. I've been so sad since yesterday. My heart is broken. I feel so bad for Davido and Choma. And this is the second time this is happening in Nigeria. First was Debanj. That was 2 years ago. He also lost his son in the swimming pool, just like Davido did. And I just want to say parents should be very careful. They should be very, very careful. Being a parent does not mean you give birth, so that makes you a parent. No, there are a lot of responsibilities that comes with it. And don't say because you have a nanny, he or she is very intelligent or smart, or that means they are the best. It's okay, you can leave your children with them. No, no one can ever take care of your child like you. No one can ever be so careful the way you would. Just look at that little boy I watched a few days ago dancing. Honestly, I watched that video of him dancing more than 20 times. It's just like a dream. I've not even gotten myself since then. I just wish it's all a dream. I wish I can wake up one day and someone tell me it's a lie. It never happened. It's so sad. People did not learn from that of the bunch. People who have swimming pools in their house, if they have children, they should be very, very careful. They should be very, very careful. Do not leave your swimming pool open where there are children. Don't even say, okay, maybe, because, okay, for example, look at that child. He's so full of energy. Such child need to be watched. Such child need to be given attention 24/7. Because if you make a mistake, take your eyes off that child for a second, you might be surprised what he would do, because he's so full of energy. I don't know how they manage to leave their child with a nanny like this. I don't know. Parents should please be careful. If they have swimming pools in their house, they should please cover it. Only if they are there, then they should leave it open. If they are not there, they should please cover it. They should take Iman. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm really sad.
Well, Madam Joy, let me take you on this. That child is not 3 months old. That child is not 3 weeks old. That child is 3 years old. The parents, they have a life. They've been able to afford the things. The only glitch here would be, I understand what you say when I understand what you mean when you say no one can take care of your child like you. I mean, of course, no one would be able to. If that, I think it's just an oversight. It's just an oversight. If that was, it was child proofed. If the building was child proofed, they would have included definitely something to safeguard children. Obviously, that was missed. So that's just the only thing. But we cannot question or blame them for leaving the child. They left the child with not eight people in the house. That's a whole lot, Seth. 8 people. So it's just unfortunate. But the case now is the two people that are being held, nobody is owning up. This one is saying, I left the child with you. This one is saying, I left the child with you. So now it's looking like it's going to turn into something else. But of course they need to go on about their lives. I really send condolences to them and to every other one who has had to lose a child through this way or through any other way. Madam Joy, please allow you proceed with your submission.
Ima, okay, thank you. Ima, this happened to the bunch. They should have learned from it. How many people would this happen to before people learn from it? How many? Do they need this to happen to 10 people before you can take precautions? No. People shouldn't live if they are not there. Fine, they have their life to live. And no, look, Ima, that child is 3 years old, but that child is so much full of energy. Such child needs attention 24/7. If I'm the mother of that child and I leave that child with someone, trust me, I will not have rest of mind. I will not have peace, because I know my child. I know my child. Maybe that, okay, just imagine they made just one mistake and look at what has happened. So this is what I'm saying. People who have swimming pools in their homes, they should please, only if they have no child in that home, they should leave it open. But if they have a child, They should please cover it. We don't need this to happen to 10 people before we learn. They should please cover it. The ban was 2 years ago, and now just 2 years. We don't need it to happen to more. They should please learn. Thank you, Ima.
All
Have a
right.
lovely day.
And you too. Thank you very much. And I hope to have you on the chat today by 1 p.m. So this conversation brought about something Emmanuel said. It talked about, I forgot to pin that comment, but it talked about we as Nigerians not having good characters. And also it talked about family members, that I don't know what brought about that conversation, but it said something about family members. Do you know how many times family members have, they've misbehaved or, not been of good conduct to people? So there is that conversation, and on the chat today we'll be looking at, looking at the family and why. Sometime last week we had similar conversation. How we had similar conversation or something like this, but even more, that conversation will be coming up again on, this age and time. The family are not, they are not as, then, you have a child then and you have aunties and uncles, you have nieces, you have nephews, but now you have a child, we get to see each other once in a very long time. We don't have that thing as a family anymore. So we'll be looking at that and many more. I mean, if we are having all of these ills, it starts from the family before, it metamorphoses in the community or as a society. So we need to have that talk. We need to go back home. We need to have that conversation. If we are not having that conversation, then we are not tackling the problem from grassroots. All right, I'll move on to Mr. Pansat. Mr. Pansat, good day to you. How are you doing today?
I am doing fine, Emma. Thank you very much. I hope everybody's doing fine over there in the comment section. To the mommy diaspora, the sweetest of all moms, Bella Naomi, Jake Obedient, my brother Vine Maxwell, Johnson Emmanuel, and some others sitting on the fence like Johnson Emmanuel. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to convert them over tonight. Emma, what I want to talk about, it's the character of Nigerians, especially the youth. We started off well since their activities with the Lekki Toll Gate incident, them protesting the NSAS, and they did very well, and they made us proud by fighting for their right, and they did it civilly, patriotically. They were on that bridge and on that toll gate, and they were shot at when they're carrying out flags, and they were singing, and they actually coordinated with social media. They did things to show that this is an enlightened generation. So we're here now today, and we're being distracted by Lagos, Tinubu again. His hands was in the other ones, including that violence on our people. So it's not like it's a shtick. They come out, shtick, it's a word that means performance and act. He's acting. He knows it all. He's clever. He's smart. He doesn't have to talk to Nigerians. He's following Buhari's footsteps. He's going to be clever, and somehow he's going to be ushered into that presidency. Forget about everything that we're going through. This is supposed to be a joke again. Nothing's changed. He doesn't have to show his certificate, whether he went to school, who's his dad, who's his parents, where is he from, who is he? He's gonna outmatch us. He's gonna be clever. He's smart. He's a Yoruba clever guy, right? So he doesn't have to show if he's sick or well by going to the press like everybody else, or when he's invited by professionals to show up there, make a delivery. No games. He doesn't have to do that because he's clever. He's a sharp, intelligent guy. He's a Yoruba guy that is smarter than Igbos, Edos, Hausas, right? So we have the likes of Rufai and other journalists who are yawning, waiting for him to come and talk to them so they could poke at him a little bit and see what he's got. He doesn't have to do that because he's smart. And then if Afenifere, who endorsed Jonathan against Buhari, because these people know the lay of the land. They know they're looking out for Nigeria. They want to be fair. So because he endorsed Obi based on fairness doctrine, he goes back to a senile old man, a corrupt senile old man, Fasharante, whatever the hell his name is, and bribed him. And he's making a market of the Afenifere group. And everybody's just laughing about it. So let me go to 2015 general election between Muhammadu Buhari and Jonathan. Now, the reason I'm doing that is that Jonathan was incumbent president. So if Buhari was a challenger, even though his people were planted in Jonathan's administration, the INEC chairman at that time was corrupt, in my opinion. He may not be today. He may have regretted what he did. But you look at the states, I'm going to cite you some examples of some states and what the vote was, because it's like all of us, we made a mistake and we picked Buhari. No, not all of us. Not all of us. A lot of states did not vote for Buhari because he was a known phenomenon. So in that 2000 election, Buhari got 13,394 votes from Abia State. From Jonathan got 368,000. Adamawa, 374 for Buhari, 251 for Jonathan. It's like almost like a split, right, for Adamawa State. Akwa Ibom, 58,000 for Buhari, 953. Okay, so you go all the way down to states like Benue. It's like 373 to 303,000. Cross River, 28,000 to Jonathan's 414,000. Ebonyi, 19,000 to 323,000. So if you Edo split 208 to 208,000 to 286,000. Enugu, only 14,000 for Buhari, right? Whereas Jonathan got 553,000. So Imo, 133,000 to 559,000. Obviously, Imo is almost going insane. Not quite there, but they're drifting. So when you go to the Western states, it wasn't all that a clean out for Buhari, right? But he did well where he shouldn't have done well, because Buhari killed a lot of Yorubas, including Felaran Somkuti and others, in his first coming as a military thug, a dictator. So all of us didn't do it. Now we're about to do it again. I mentioned the Lekki toll gate thing because the youths were shot at, they were killed, and then they dropped the ball. Much to my chagrin, disappointment. Right? If you're gonna fight for your freedom, don't waste everybody's time. Do it. People like Tinubu should not be comfortable today, because the game he's playing is a stupid game. It's only if you have time to be amused or something, right? He should come out. The press should not let any of his spokespeople talk to them, because no, he's not smart. He's a dummy. Come out and talk to the press. You're not that smart. Come out and talk to the press. You could split the Afenifere if you want. That's up to them. Because every single important, smart Yoruba person, the Yorubas try to sideline him. Out of all the presidents we had in Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, it's not a saint. It's not a Jeffersonian president, but he's up there. He's better than most of the other ones, aside from Jonathan. They want to disown him. Why? Because he has some Igbos in his cabinet. Some of them say that he's Igbo. You see somebody like Remi or Sibajo, he's not my kind of candidate, but he's better than Tinubu. They want to sideline him. Buhari goes overseas. He doesn't hand over to Osibajo. Do the Yorubas get mad? No. It's got nothing to do with Igbos, so they're not going to be upset with that. They treat this man like he's an imbecile. He's a very smart guy. They will not fight for their rights when it comes to that, things like that. What they want to do is to prop up a senile old man, a fraudster, right, who doesn't know his ass from his mouth, try to push it on the rest of the country by Wyoming and try to rely on the Hausas to fight for them in case it jumps off in February, which is going to jump off if they rig it. Right? So no, I am asking the youth today, let's get back serious. This is the time to start holding people like Tinubu accountable. Show up to the press. Come and talk to the press yourself. Show up. And I know it's others here who want to talk. Let me say that I wasn't able to be here last night, but I listened to the show. It was packed. It was over, at some point, 500 people, 600 people on this, on the chat, I believe it was, the chat session. And they were talking about Davido and the tragedy that just slapped us on the face. A toddler drowning just like that in front of many adults. And it was sickening. And I watched the show and saw our people grieving, and saw Madame Rita was here and so many others, including Elvis. Emma, you did a great job hosting that session. And of course, we want that kind of numbers here too when we're talking about how to bring the country to a better level where people will cover their pools, where there'll be some legislation and some enforcement on things that will make a society civil. You know, as disheartening as that was, I want to join the Niger Watch family to extend my grief and condolences to the Davido family. All right, Emma, thank you very much. I had other things to say, but let me be fair and use it at the end of my comments. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Pans. It's good to have you on this broadcast. If you are just joining us, if you are here and you are yet to like this broadcast, please take out time and like this broadcast. Please just click, just tap on the thumbs up on your screen, but do it just once, please. Thank you very much. Take out time to like this broadcast, share, invite someone, and also do want to support us. Talking about support, thank you very much, Dr. Gomez. It's good to have you on this broadcast, and a big thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast.
Emma, can I just say something?
Okay, Mr. Machiavelli.
Yes, I remember you were talking about all our politicians not declaring, some of them not declaring their asset. We don't even know how they make their money. In a just society, let's face the fact. These people, we have to know where their source of money came from. But we don't have a database to actually get what they do, how much tax they pay. So how can we actually get these people? This is why Nigerians must wake up. Before you start to ask things, you must make sure that the institutions are working to actually check. You said the word checkmate. It is the institution that checkmates you, even the government. Now, take for example, those who live in the UK and those who live in America. Somebody like Joe Biden will not do anything stupid because they are going to come after him. They want to know how much he earned. Look at Donald Trump. He's already facing the tax fraud case now because he inflates his money, his assets. So they already know what you are earning, and how much you are, you gain, and what you are spending, and how much profit, tax you pay. But these people, you ask them now, how much do they pay in tax? You cannot get it because the system is wrong. So this is why they don't want to place things in order, because you are going to track the source. Is it hard for them to put? Now, if they want to put that as a bill in the National Assembly, let us bring in this what's it called? A database system. You see the bill will be dead on arrival. This is why we must tell Nigerians, you want a change, but what kind of change do you actually? We don't just need somebody to go and sit down in Aso Rock. No, there are other things that you also need to push in for these people to change. We have the likes of people who are going to, like Adams Oshomole, he's going to the Senate. You ask him, what are you going to do there, Oga? A lot of people in his constituency want to vote him because they think, yes, he was a one-time governor. They always use sentiment, but is sentiment going to change what you have on ground? Is it because it's my uncle, or because it's my auntie, because it's my father's mother, uncle's cousin? Then we'll go and vote him because of that. No. Like I always tell him here, if it is my biological father that is taking that money from Nigeria, and if he's found guilty, and I'm the one to be the judge, I will even increase in sentence. I will increase it. Because you cannot be siphoning the wealth of the country and impoverishing them, and tomorrow you come and give them corn because they are chickens. So if we must look for a change, we must look for the specific area we must target to enforce that change. Somebody stole these billions of money now. How? You see, we are now, before you know it, in the next 1 week now, we won't hear about the story anymore. Because there's no follow-up. Nobody to do this thing. We're only hearing it from the newspaper now. Because one is saying this is how much, the other one is saying the other side. This is the confusion. So we must tell anyone to represent your constituency. They are calling you to come and vote for them. Ask them, what is your purpose of going there? What kind of bill are you going to sponsor? How many Nigerians can ask that question? Because if you are representing me in my constituent, most of this, it happens in even where you live in abroad. Most of you have people who represent you in your constituent, with your local government you live in, wherever you live abroad. There is somebody representing you in the parliament. You can as well go to their office and tell them and complain. How many of these people come to their constituency to look for their complaints? They don't. Is this sent, or do you know how many times Dino Melaye, when he was a senator, how many times did he go back there to say, what is actually happening? Or people writing to his office to say, God, this is what is happening in our constituents. No, because they don't even know them. So we must make sure we start putting things like this into the airspace so that people should be aware. You cannot tell me that you are representing Ovia. Tomorrow you come and put one street light. Then I'll come and clap for you. For what? Is it your money? It's not your money. You cannot tell me that you want to use it as a campaign strategy. It's totally useless. This is not what you are elected for. Any MPs that come to you, those who live in the UK, the MP will come to you. If you cannot ask, and that is why he's there. He's an MP. He's a member of parliament. He's representing your constituency. That is you are sending him message to go and tell the government. How many of them comes back? You see them, I want to go for Senate. I want to go for House of Representatives. Some of them even went here. Some of them came from abroad and said they want to go and run for House of Representatives. And he doesn't even know what he's doing there. He was telling the people, I'm going to go to this, we'll be having meetings abroad. We'll be bringing people, we'll be bringing equipment to go and develop. Oga, do you even understand the office you are vying for? They don't know. So it's a problem to us. Some of them don't know what they are doing there. If you ask them now, this Senate, what do you do there? They cannot give you one answer. They don't even know because the position is for me and they are giving you before. It is your turn now. We don't want to have those kind of bubuyeke again. We want to elect people. Oh God, what are you doing in the house? What is your aim and objectives? He will tell you. Then you tell him, I need this thing to be done. Can you do it? How are you going to effect these things? What kind of bills are you going to sponsor? We want this. We want, first of all, Nigeria need a database so that we can take everybody by your house address, everything, your plate number, whether you have a car, how many things you have. We'll put it so that the government can see. Tomorrow you are buying another one so that they know where did you get the money from. All these things we need it. This is the first thing we must tell those people in the National Assembly. You must debate it, and we'll be talking about how we're going to change our constitution. All these things, we don't tell them, then we'll come there, they'll come and tell us cock and bull stories.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli. We're running out of time on this broadcast, but the story would come back. Yes, this story would come back. So right now, Mr. Machiavelli is on about the Kogi politician. What is that, Johnson Emmanuel's word again? Okay, so an aspiring lawmaker in Nigeria representing Kogi, House of Assembly candidates with the NNP party. It was caught with 326 million naira and $610,000 dollars. Yes, it was cash. Now this is an aspiring lawmaker. This is somebody that, now if an aspiring lawmaker is like this, is an active fraudster, is an hacker, is a hacker. If somebody like that is getting into power now and is involved in this mess, now this questions our leaders that we don't even know their source of income. Like you see people living very like Dino Malaye to start. We've seen him show off his house, his mansion, his cars. These questions, what do they do? We have people in power that we don't even know what their source of income is, and we are not asking questions now. Imagine this aspiring lawmaker. Just imagine who is going into that position, and the political party, nobody is scrutinizing these people. Who is shaking hand with who? Who is bankrolling who? Who is his godfather? Who is supporting him? Who is he fronting? At this point, we should be asking these questions. We can't have people like this at the top of affairs. People like this will not become our finance minister tomorrow, and we expect what? We begin to question these people.
Yes, because they cannot question them. Is it not somebody from the north? Instead of debating how our laws are going to be made, he was talking about his family, how he has 26 children. He's waiting for the 27th, and he has 4 wives. He brought them to parliament. He brought them to the house where laws are being debated. He brought them there and he says, Zainab, stand up. Giwa, stand up. Everybody was clapping for him. Good man. This is somebody you elect. Then we want to change the status quo. This is the status quo you are seeing. They are giving you. What are you asking now? It's a problem. We should not see. We are also the problem. That's why I keep telling. Until we have the first key for us to get that democracy is to go and first of all get our PVC. Collect it first. Because we are not going to be giving strategies that until everybody when the election day come, we'll be bringing them out then so that let us go and look for it, because we are not fighting them. No, because we've had enough of them coming to tell us in the parliament. Now, come on, are you joking? You're telling us your family. What's my business with your family? Don't tell us you bring your wife, and these are the people they are still getting this allowance. If they tell you the allowance they are getting, the amount they are getting. If you go to somewhere in Delta State now, the name that is running like this senator, what's his name? He's even running now. I've forgotten his name. You ask this person, Oga, what kind of bill did you sponsor? Ask them. Do you understand? Ask them, what kind of bill did you sponsor? Omo Agege, this one they will come. I will just be looking at it. Nigerian Parliament, the other speaker will just say, I've said it. Listen, Oga, we need to fight. That is why it's called. We come there and debate the laws of the land. We have, okay, tell me what is happening that they cannot put in a bill for us to get electricity. Which senator have you seen putting in the bill? Let them push it.
That's as much as we can take. Thank you very much. Thank you to each and every one of you that joined us on this broadcast today. Do not forget that we'll be back here by 1 p.m. It's just a matter of a couple of hours, so do well to stick around, to turn on your notification bell. We'll be talking about this and many more, but we'll be having the conversations. Yes, today we'll be talking on the dining table. We'll be talking as a family today. How do we correct these norms? There's a publication online of a man that did everything, borrowed money, toiled, did everything to send his child abroad. Finally, this person is abroad, and the man fell ill, and the hospital tried effortlessly to reach out to this man, but he just ignored his father, and the man broke down, and this has caused a couple of controversy online. Some are saying yes, there are people. So I don't understand how where you are coming from, the sacrifices, at least to an extent, what it is that your parents have had to go through. Your parents have had to go through to train you for as many that are outside. How you left the country, what your family, your friends, or your brothers, what it is that happened. Then you go and you forget the people back home. And from the man's recounts or his regrets, he's saying that the most painful part is not that that the children did not send money for that treatment, for that emergency that he needed. It is the fact that they didn't even call or to even check up on him. Now he's saying that is it, that after everything he has gone through in life to bring these children to this place, how can they repay him, like that? And that has, that has caused a lot of reaction, and like family people, their family are not nice people. That we have lots of family members that are not nice. They are the problem most of the times. And I mean, before a society decays, it starts from the family. So if we are on the verge of rebuilding a nation or having a new Nigeria, then it's high time that we begin to talk about these things and how and have conversations on how we can do better. Because at the end of the day, Nigeria is you and I. Nigeria is all of us, our family, your family, their family put together. So we need to do better in our family. We need to have conversations. We need to learn. We need to learn and unlearn. This is one of those broadcasts where we learn and unlearn. So I'm inviting each and every one of you. Please take out time and join me on this broadcast. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Pastor, as we've come to the close of this broadcast, what do you have to say? And to those out there, please, I am so sorry. I can't take more people. Please, I am so sorry. I cannot take more people, but please join me by 1 p.m. Please come in early so we can have time for each conversation. We will continue with this. How an aspiring lawmaker is already a big time fraudster. So imagine what is happening out there. It is scary to that. Like, I'm thinking of every lawmaker out there, and I am scared. So everyone holding position for Minister of Works, Transport, I am terrified at this point. And some of these people, when you look at their wealth, look at their work, like, it's just no follow. Like, bros, it no follow. What say you they do, and how you make this? If it is investment, let us know what kind of secret is it. Let us know what is happening. All right. We'll be catching reactions on all of these things and more, but most importantly, we'll be having conversation on the dining table today. We need to have that talk. If you are among the people that they say that Nigerians are not good people, Nigerians are selfish, how far, to what end is this selfishness? And also, if you have a story to share of how family has happened to you, or how life has happened to you through family, you can come onto the broadcast, and there'll be time for for one or two submissions regarding that. Thank you very much. Mr. Pansat, over to you.
Thank you very much. All good things must come to an end. So, but it's not the end of the world. Emma is going to be back again in a few. So let me say that I glanced over the comment section and I saw a debate, an interesting debate that's going on between two Niger and Johnson Emmanuel, of all people. Johnson Emmanuel got that one because two Niger thinks that the Nigerian president is the strongest president in the world, the office of the presidency. And that's not true, obviously, because what they've been doing, it's using military backing, being undemocratic, disobeying court orders, killing citizens, doing all, intimidating, doing things, and nobody is holding them responsible for doing it. So, which means the truth of the matter is that the Nigerian citizen is the most wicked and weakened citizen in the whole world. That's what it is. They don't do anything in the face of evil and calamity. So long ago, an American physicist and philosopher known as Thomas Kuhn brought into common lexicon what's called a paradigm shift. So that's what we should be aiming at. That's what we started aiming at earlier part of this year. Paradigm shift. So as much point as my brother Machiavelli is making here about a congressman or this or that, that's retail politics. 99% or more of everybody in that National Assembly, in the parastatals, in that Senate and the courts, they're corrupt and do things worse than that example that you're looking at. So we're just gonna do a complete paradigm shift. We need to take the government back, take the country back, have serious people who have a heart oversee that country. It's gonna change. A lot of things are gonna change, including people who are elected into office and what they do in office, what they do with the money. Somebody like P2B is not going to let money that's budgeted for something go to waste, or people print money. Like right now, Buhari can do anything, including printing money, and bring them back, bring them in loads, airplane cargo, and bring them in. He's not checked by anybody. Okay, but every Nigerian you see on TV running their mouth, they're good, they're smart. Every politician you see on TV, they know what they're talking about. They know what democracy is. Very few would you see talking nonsense, right? They know. It's just wickedness. Yeah, who's that? What was that? So
you need to round up.
I need to round up. Okay, all right. So let me say that I don't want us to lose hope. We know that. Let me tell you the honest truth. Tinubu is not going to get anywhere close to 10-15% of the votes. He's going to have some of his clansmen vote for him, but Northerners are not going to vote for him. So a lot of people have an epiphany, like all of us now. We need a clean government. We need to take the country back. But if we fail, then we'll get down again in the trenches. You're nobody's stronger than anybody. All right, we're still gonna survive. If you elect Buhari type of person again, you're gonna be the one suffering it. You, not me. So let me say, cheer up, be strong, go out there, take that country back in February, no matter what anybody does, no matter what, under any guise. This is your last chance to do so, and do it with your heart. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Pansat, and see you by 1 p.m. hopefully. Mr. Pansat, see you by 1 p.m. hopefully.
I will try. It's 3:44 in the morning here already, but for you, I'll do anything. So I'll be here.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Pansat, thank you. All right. Okay, Mr. Machiavelli, please, you have just 1 minute to give your final submission. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got to say this, my people, vote. vote. Go and collect your PVCs. Ready? Go and vote. And for those who wants to debate, that is why I love this channel. You want to debate it, because this is where it is open. But one thing I must tell you, that the National Assembly is the CPU of a country. Without the CPU, the computer will not work. So our debate here is more than the parliament. But my only problem is this debate we're having here, how effective are we putting it on the people on ground? How are we pushing this narrative to them so that they learn? Because we cannot be talking here. We need to do a homework. We need to be pushing this narrative back to the people back there so that they be able to deliver. And we should use every resources to support them, because I'm already doing mine. I want to dare you to do the same. We must change the status quo, and the time is now. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you, and I hope to see you in a few.
Let's hope so.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Thank you to each and every one of you on the comment section, and I hope to have each and every one of you on here much later on today. Thank you very much for being on here. Thank you for your submissions. You guys were on fire today. Thank you for bringing it on. All right, do want to remember our other lineups. We have the chat. We have the discussions Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. We have debate every Friday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. You have the show with leftists on Sundays. Please do well to turn on your notification bell. Please do also turn on your notification bell. So I will see you by 1 p.m. today. Please come ready to have this conversation. Come with somebody. Tell somebody about Niger Watch. Let's have this talk. Thank you very much. And do remember that if you have a story you'd like to share with me, with us, regarding the discussion of today, please come in early and come into the studio early enough. Thank you very much. I'll be looking out. I really hope that somebody is bold enough to share an encounter, a live encounter with us. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon. Bye for now.